I'm getting ready to share with you one of the workouts that we did this week. I usually post those for you, but I've had a lot of questions from people about how to do each move. So I'm just going to walk you through each set, and then I'll post the workout for you. And hopefully this will answer your questions. So the type training I teach is rest-based. That means you push as hard as you can, and then you stop and you rest until you can go again. So resting is not bad. Pacing is bad with this type of training. So you go all out hard as you can, and then you stop and rest until you can start back. Each move is 30 seconds, and you're going to be using heavy weights. I don't have any in here with me. They're all in my van from teaching this morning, but you're going to use heavy weights anytime that it calls for that. So each move, 30 seconds. First move is called a low-high. It's like an open jog, like a Heisman is what some people call it. So you spend 30 seconds with a low Heisman, and then I'll do a high. So that's the first move, 30 seconds. The second one, I'm going to grab one heavy weight. So picture this is a heavy weight. I'm turning my toes out, and I'm doing a plie squat. And then I'm going to stand and do a tricep extension with that heavy weight. So plie squat, tricep extension. The third move is a plank with a hip drop. And that's going to be hard for you to see me. I'm sorry for that. So I would drop down to a plank on my elbows, and then I alternate dropping each hip. So 30 seconds with that move. And then the fourth move of that set is 2 push-ups and a hop to squat position with a stand. And that looks like this. Push-up, hop, stand, and then start it over. So you do each of those moves in that set 3 times. After those 3 times through, rest for 30 seconds. So that's set 1. Set 2, I'm gonna have my 2 heavy weights, feet shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. I'm gonna squat, making sure my knees aren't in front of my toes. I'm gonna curl and overhead press. So first move, squat, curl, overhead press. If that's too easy, do your squat and your curl and your press while you're in your squat. So that would look like this. And remember, you're using heavy weights on this. The next move of this set is called a switch jump. It's jumping lunges. So I get into lunge position. I make sure my knee's not in front of my toe, and I'll just jump. If that is too much, stay into a reverse lunge. So that's how you can modify if that's too much. 30 seconds each move. The next one is a bent over row. If you can, I'll do it on one leg. So I'm gonna have 2 heavy weights, find my balance here, and I'm gonna row. And I switch legs halfway through. So after 15 seconds, I switch. The fourth move, they're standing oblique crunches. So I've got my weights. I hold them just off my shoulder. I'm gonna add a little bit of a squat, and I'm gonna crunch from side to side. Looks easy, but actually pretty challenging. And then the 5th move of that set, I've got my 2 heavy weights. I'm gonna curtsy lunge. So that leg goes back behind. I squat, and then I kick it up to the side. 15 seconds on that leg, and then I'll switch and do 15 seconds. So there's 5 moves in that set, each one 30 seconds. After that, stop and rest for 30 seconds. Third set of the day is called, it's got 4 moves. The first move is a running row. So I'm gonna have a flat back, and I'm gonna lean over to about 45 degrees. I got my 2 heavy weights, and I'm just rowing as quick as I can. They're called running rows with my heavy weights. Second move is just a cardio move to get your heart rate up. So I jump forwards, I jump back, out, and in. Forward, back, out, in. Third move is a wide leg sit up with a weight. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see me if I sit down. I'm going to have my heavy weight above my head. Hopefully you can see me. So it's here, sit up, put the weight in between your feet, and then let go. Leave the weight at your feet. Then sit up and go get it, and take it back above your head again. So that's the third move. And the fourth move is a plank with shoulder tap. So I'm going to be in a high plank, and I'm going to tap each shoulder. And it looks like this. Tap, tap. Keeping your core engaged, pulling in your TVA, and just tapping your shoulders. After that, I had the girls do some partner work. You're not going to be able to do that because you're probably on your own at home. And we finished with 30 seconds of hinds. So remember, there's 3 sets. You go through each set 3 times and rest when you need. Total time going to be about 20 minutes. Make sure you warm up first. Make sure you cool down and stretch. Know that I am not a specialist. This is just what works for me. So when you exercise, you're doing it at your own risk. And while you're doing it, make it worship. We're praying, we're praising, we're thanking God for bodies that can move. I love you. You'll do great.